Our cover story tonight comes from China. It is about a virus that's been plaguing the country. No, not the Wuhan virus, but the virus of corruption. The Chinese President Xi Jinping has launched a massive crackdown. Top generals running the nuclear command have been sacked. Officers in charge of nuclear weapons have been removed. On Gravitas tonight, we ask just how rampant is corruption in Xi Jinping's China? How widespread is the spread of the virus of corruption? And does corruption flow from the top in the country? Also on the show for you tonight, we tell you how China's spy agency wants everyone to become a spy and how this has the potential to cause serious havoc in social relations. As Fitch downgrades US credit rating, we decode what this means for you and me. We tell you all about an out-of-this-world mission to archive pieces of art on the moon. Have you ever wondered what is the best time to send a work email? A new study says that it has the answer for you. Fish, they say, rots from the head. This is what is happening in China's People Liberation Army, the guardian of China's security from enemies outside and within. 48 hours ago, there was a sudden purge of generals at the head of China's nuclear command and long-range missiles, arguably the most sensitive positions in the country's military. These were military officers in charge of China's nuclear weapons. Two top generals who theoretically had more power than any other generals were given the boot by the President Xi Jinping. First things first, who were they? The first one was General Li Yuchao, the commander of the People's Liberation Army's Rocket Force. The second was his deputy, General Liu Guangbin. They both disappeared from public view recently, by the way, suddenly, as is the practice in this secretive authoritarian state. And they have now been shown the door permanently as it emerges. But the question is why? And the answer is their double dealings. Reports say these generals were being investigated for corruption, and there was also suspicion that they were passing on information. The fact that they have gone means that the investigations discovered corruption and perhaps even betrayal. Beijing has not confirmed the reasons for their departure. That too is normal, by the way. The communist authorities never do. Trials and investigations are not in the public domain. They are conducted in secret, and of course, there is no information on their whereabouts. In fact, their families ask no questions and are given no answers. But the shock has been palpable through the military chain. It means that corruption is now the biggest enemy of Xi Jinping's China and the Chinese state. What makes this development even worse is the timing. Last month, the Chinese foreign minister, Qin Chang, disappeared, and he is still missing. There is neither explanation nor information on what really happened to him. He was in his prestigious job for only a few months and was once considered a favorite of the Chinese president, and last week, gone with the Chinese wind. The point I'm trying to make is simple. Corruption in the Chinese financial system is known to be rampant. Take the case of Lai Xiaomin. He was one of China's biggest bankers. He served as the CCP's party secretary and the chairman of the board of the state-owned China Huarong Asset Management. You know how he utilized that position? Well, he used it to stash millions at his home. Theft, pure and simple. In the year 2018, it was discovered that he made $258 million through bribes alone. In fact, he became the face of corruption in China. And what did Beijing do? It executed Lai Xiaomin in the year 2021. We do not know the fate of those who have disappeared in the year 2023. Corruption is chronic. It's endemic in China. Have a look at this report, for example. 22,000 people from China and Hong Kong have money stashed in offshore accounts. At least $4 trillion in untraced assets have left China since the year 2000. And who were the people behind this embezzlement? At least 15 of them were members of China's National People's Congress. And then there were members of the Politburo Standing Committee, even member of President of Xi Jinping's family being accused. Like Deng Xiaogui. He is a brother-in-law of Xi Jinping. He is also the owner of 3 offshore companies. These are the names: Victory Enterprises Limited, Best Effect Enterprises Limited, and Wealth Ming International Limited. These companies are located in the British Virgin Islands. The first company was dissolved in the year 2007. The other 2 companies have been lying low. What purpose were these companies supposed to serve? I won't challenge your intellect by answering that question. And then we have Li Xiaolin. She is the daughter of the former Chinese Premier Li Peng. Li Xiaolin and her husband own an offshore firm called Kofic Investment. And their company also is based out of the British Virgin Islands. In case you are wondering why, it's because British Virgin Islands is a tax haven. And next, there is Jasmine Lee Zidane. She is the granddaughter of the former Politburo Standing Committee member Jia Qinglin. Jasmine owns an offshore company called Harvest Sun Trading Limited. And it's anybody's guess what these offshore companies really do. They are used to embezzle dirty money overseas. And speaking of Chinese operations abroad, China does not only practice corruption, it also exports corruption. A new report has emerged. It's from the Solomon Islands. The country's local media outlets have been accused of entering into agreements with Chinese news organizations, in which they accepted thousands of dollars worth of equipment from the Chinese embassy. You heard that right. There are more details. This included cameras, phones, printing machinery. And in return, the Chinese government asked them to promote pro-China stories and help develop its network in the Pacific Island nation. Something is clearly rotten in the state of China.